Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again. And if this is your first time on this channel, you are absolutely welcome. Do well to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this stylish and beautiful two-piece top and skirt. The top has an opening at the front and also has a bell sleeve, while the skirt is a balloon skirt. If this sounds like something you would love to learn, please watch till the end so you don't miss any part of it. And without further ado, let's get started. And so right here guys, this is the material that we're going to use for this tutorial, and this is an Ankara print. You're going to need around 3 to 4 yards. If you're a beginner, I suggest you get 4 yards. And also for this style, we're going to need lining piece, all right? So you can just go ahead and get half yard or 1 yard. It all depends on the length of the skirt, all right? However, for this tutorial, I don't have enough lining piece, as you can see right here. So I'll be making use of the same Ankara for my lining piece. But in order for you to manage your fabrics, you can go ahead and get lining. And to get started, we're going to be cutting the lower part, which is the skirt, all right? And here I have 3 yards of fabrics. This is the whole 3 yards, okay? And right now, what we need to do is to go ahead and fold it. And so right here, I have it folded into 2, okay? And I'll just go ahead and fold it again so that we have it into 4. All right, and having folded it into 4, I will fold it again so that I have it in a small size. All right, so having done that, the next thing I'll do is to come to the top here and indicate the starting line. And having done that, the next thing to do is to indicate the skirt length. And I'm going to be placing my tape measure in a way that I have 1.5 inches outward like so, all right? Because we are going to be adding a band to the skirt, so we are deducting 1.5 inches from it, okay? And right now, I'll go ahead and indicate the skirt length, which is 19 inches in this case. The actual skirt length is 18.5, but half an inch will be used to join the hem of the skirt, okay? That is why it is 19 inches. And having done that, the next thing to do is to add 3 inches folding allowance to the skirt, all right? So I'm going to add the 3 inches right here. And having done that, I'll cut it out. And having done that, we're going to come to this allowance that we just added, and we're going to fold it like so, all right? And next, we're going to measure from the top here to this part here, all right? And here I have 14 inches, and I'm going to add 0.5 inches to that for joining allowance, all right? And that is going to give me 14.5, okay? And this is the length that we're going to use to cut the lining part. And like I said earlier, I don't have enough lining material, so I'll be using this African print. So I'll just go ahead and fold it. You can use the biggest part of your lower body, which is your hip, to fold it. So what you need is just to go ahead and divide your hip by 4, and you're going to add about 4 to 5 inches to that. And for this tutorial, the hip is 40 divided by 4 will give us 10, and I'm going to add 4 to that to give me 14. All right, so I will make sure that this fold here is up to 14 inches. And up next, I'll just place my tape measure here, and I'm going to indicate 14.5. And having done that, I'll cut out the excess. And having done that, I'll come to the top here and indicate the waist circumference, which is 28 in this case. Divided by 4 will give us 7. And I'll just indicate it right here. And I'll also go ahead and add half an inch for seam allowance. And having done that, I'll come to this part here, and we're going to indicate the hip circumference divided by 4. In this case, it is 40 divided by 4 will give us 10, and I'll just indicate right here. And the next thing to do is to go ahead and add allowance to it, and we're going to be adding 3 inches. You can add 4 if you want, all right? And the next thing to do is to go ahead and connect from the waist to this part here. You can go ahead and use your hip curve to join this part, all right, so that it's not sharp like this, okay? So right now, just go ahead and cut out the excess. And right now we're going to use this front piece to cut the back piece. Right here on the fabric we're using for the back piece, I will leave zipper allowance of 1 inch, and afterward we're going to place the front piece after the zipper allowance, and the next thing to do is just to go ahead and cut out using the front piece as a guide. And right here I'll cut open the zipper area. And so right here, this is the lining piece that we just cut out, and this is the main piece that we cut earlier on, don't forget. And the next thing to do is to go ahead and join the lining piece. All right, we're going to align the front and the back together. All right, and we're going to be stitching the sides. We're going to be stitching using 1/2 inch allowance. Right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've gone ahead to join the sides, as you can see right here. And up next, we're going to fold the skirt into 2 like so. All right, and I'm going to come to the side here and go upward by 1.5, and from the 1.5 point we're going to just curve it inward. This is just to dull the sharpness at the side. And having done that, this is what it looks like at this point. And right here, I'll just go ahead and unpin the center back like so. All right, and we're going to place this skirt aside. We're going to work on the main piece. And right here, I'll just go ahead and open up this main piece. All right, and we're going to pick one end, which is going to serve as the hem, and we're going to run a gather stitch on it. And right here, that's exactly what I have done. And the next thing to do is just to pull it so that we can form the gathers. And so right here, as you can see, we have our gathers right here. Okay, and one thing we have to make sure is that this part is the same as the hem of the skirt. So we're going to make sure that the gathered part of the main skirt and the hem of the lining, we want both of them to be the same, because we are going to be joining both of them together. And the next thing to do right now is to come to the hem of the skirt right here. All right, and we're going to be attaching our gathers to it like so. Okay, we're going to align both of them right side facing right side, and the next thing to do is just to go ahead and start stitching both pieces together. And right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've gone ahead to join both pieces together, as you can see right here. And right now, the next thing to do is to bring the main piece and the lining piece together. All right, and we're going to start pleating the main piece on the lining piece. And to make it easier to distribute the pleating evenly, what we need to do is to come to the lining piece, and we're going to fold it into 2 like so. All right, we're going to get the midpoint, and we're going to notch it. And also we're going to repeat the same process to the other hand here, which is the main piece. All right, we're going to get the midpoint also, and we're going to notch it. And having done that, we're going to align the center of the main piece and the center of the lining piece together like so. And I'll just go ahead and pin both of them together like so. And having done that, we can just go ahead and start pleating the main piece on the lining. And right here, guys, as you can see, I've gone ahead to pleat the main piece on the lining right here. And the next thing to do now is to go ahead and work on the band of the skirt. So I'll just place the skirt aside. And for the band of the skirt, I have this long stripe, all right, and I'll just fold it into 2. And right here on the band, I'm going to go ahead and indicate the waist measurement divided by 2, all right. And having done that, I'm going to add 1 inch for zipper allowance, okay. And I'm just going to indicate that, then cut out the excess. And up next, I'll fold the band into 2. You can use a pressing iron to do this. And having done that, we're going to go ahead and attach the band to the skirt. And right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've gone ahead to attach the band to the skirt directly. All right, and you can go ahead now and top stitch on the band if you want, okay. And this is what the band looks like on the right side. Okay, and the next thing to do is just to go ahead and fold the skirt into two like so. And having done that, we're going to come to the zipper allowance and we're going to measure how much we want for our zipper. I'm using 8 inches in this case and I just indicated it, and the rest of the zipper allowance we're going to close it. Okay, and up next we're going to install the zipper. And so right here, this is what our skirt looks like after closing the back. All right, as you can see right here, in order to save time, I just closed the whole of the back. I will be inserting the zipper later on. Make sure to insert yours. All right, and so right now you can go ahead and give the skirt a good press so you can tame the pleat. All right, but I like how puffy it looks, so I'll just leave it as it is. And right now we're going to be cutting the blouse, and right here I have these two fabrics here, which is going to be for the front and the back. And right now I'll come up here and I'm going to go ahead and indicate the start line. And having done that, I'll come to the start line here and indicate the top length. For this tutorial it is 18 inches. You can use 20 inches or any desired length of your choice. And after the top length here, I have 1 inch left, so I'm going to use that for folding allowance. And up next, I'm also going to indicate the waistline, which is 14 inches in this case. And having done that, I'll also go ahead and indicate the bust point. And having done that, I'll also indicate the chest line. You can get yours by dividing your bust by 6 plus 1.5. And so right here, we have the shoulder line, the chest line, bust point, waistline, and the blouse length. And right now, the next thing to do is to come to the shoulder line here, and we're going to indicate the shoulder divided by 2, which is 7 in this case. All right, and having done that, I'm going to come to the chest line and also mark the same thing on the shoulder line, which is 7 inches. Then I'll connect them together on a straight line like so. All right, and having done that, I'll come to the top right here and I'll come downward by 1 inch. And then for the neckline, I'm going to be using the width of 3 inches and I'll just indicate right here. And for the depth, I'll just use 1.5. Then we'll connect the point together. And next, we're going to connect from the neckline to the shoulder slope here. And having done that, we're going to come to this straight line here and we're going to find the midpoint. And I'll just indicate the midpoint here. And having done that, I'll come to the chest line here and I'm going to indicate the bust circumference divided by 4, and that is 9 in this case, and I'll just indicate right here. And having done that, the next thing to do is just to connect the points together using the curve ruler. And having done that, the next thing to do is to come to the chest line here. We're going to get our bust circumference divided by 4, which is already indicated here. And then we're going to add allowance of 1.5 inches to that, 0.5 inches for his, 1 inch for seam allowance. And here on the waistline, we're going to get the waist circumference divided by 4, and that is 7. Then we're going to add 0.5 inches for his, and also 1 inch for seam. For the ease allowance, you can make it 1 inch instead of 0.5 inches if you want the blouse to be free. Okay, and having done that, we're going to come to the top length here and we're going to get our hip circumference divided by 4, which is 10. Then we're going to add 1.5 inches to it also. So guys, for this part here, instead of using the hip circumference, you can use your bust circumference, especially if your bust circumference is smaller than your hip circumference. This is just to ensure that the top is fitted around that part. All right, and the next thing to do is just to go ahead and connect the points together. And having done that, I'll come to the side here and come upward by 1.5, then link it inward like so. And having done that, we can go ahead and cut out now. And when I get to the shoulder here, I'll add 1/2 inch for joining allowance. And having done that, I'll just place one of the pieces aside. And next, I'll come to the bust line here. and I'll start marking 1 inch. I'll mark this 1 inch all the way down like so, and I will link them up together on a straight line. And having done that, I'll come here to the bust point, and I'm going to place a ruler to connect it directly to the neckline right here. And then I'll go ahead and cut off the part that we marked. And so right here, this is what our front piece looks like at this moment, okay? And right now, the next thing to do is to go ahead and align the front piece and the back piece together. And having done that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and join the shoulders together. And having done that, we're also going to come to the side and also stitch close the side. And right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've joined the shoulders and also joined the sides, all right? And so right now, the next thing we need to do is to add a sort of collar or band to this part, okay? So what we need to do is to go ahead and measure what we have all around it. And right here, I have around 46. And so with that value you got, you are going to cut a long stripe. And as you can see right here, I have more than 46 right here. And the width of the band is 3 inches. And up next, we're going to go ahead and fold the band into 2. Use a pressing iron to fold it to make it easy. Then we're going to attach the band to the top all around, all right? You're going to stitch it all around neatly. And right here, guys, I've gone ahead to attach the band to the blouse, and I'll just go ahead and cut off this excess right here. And the next thing to do is to go ahead and fold the hem of the top, all right? We're going to fold the hem of the blouse all around. And also we're going to need ropes. I've gone ahead to make some, and the length that I have here is around 12 inches. You can do 15 inches, 20 inches, depends on how long you want the rope to be. And to fix the rope, I'm going to be placing one above the bust area, another one above the waist area, and the other one below the waist area, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is just to pick both sides so that I can pinpoint where I'm going to put the rope. So basically, I'll just use a chalk to indicate where each rope is going to be on both sides of the blouse. And the next thing to do is to start placing the rope and stitching it, okay? Right on that part where we also stitch the band, we're going to place the rope and start stitching them, okay? And right here, guys, I've gone ahead to stitch the ropes, as you can see right here. And after tying the ropes, this is what our blouse looks like right now, okay? And the next thing to do is to attach the sleeve. And for the bell sleeve, because of time, I will not be able to explain, but I have a tutorial on this channel on how to cut a bell sleeve. So I'll drop the link in the description box below. So right now, I'll just go ahead and attach the sleeve and show you what it looks like. And so right here, I've gone ahead to attach the sleeve to the top, as you can see right here, and our top is ready. And so right here, we have both our top and the skirt looking so beautiful. Thank you so much for watching till the end.